Hi, I'm Charles Brewer. I'm the founder and the chairman and the CEO of MindSpring, and I want to talk to you about our great merger with EarthLink. I'm really excited about it. We've been working on this for some time. I think it creates a company which really is uniquely strong, and we get to trade in a mission which was to try to make it to number 2 in the ISP business with one that's really much more exciting, which is to be number 1. I want to tell you a little bit more about kind of the angle we come at MindSpring and how we try to accomplish that goal, because I think there is something a little bit different here. Actually, when I was heading out to start a company, I didn't know it would be an ISP. That actually took me quite a few months to figure out. But I wanted to start a company because I've been very dissatisfied in my life with the status quo in business, both from the point of view of a customer and also from the point of view of an employee. And frankly, I think the status quo sucks, and it has been very frustrating to me. And so the whole point of MindSpring has always been to try to be something that's different and better than that offensive status quo. And our answer at MindSpring has always been to focus actually on the philosophy of the company, on what we call the core values and beliefs. And all the core values and beliefs are really is, it's an expression of our aspirations of how we're going to treat each other and how we're going to treat the customers. And if you look at where the value chain begins and where it leads, it really does begin with what it's like to work in the company. I've always believed that it's a very normal thing for people to want to accomplish something great, to really do something great with the work part of their lives. And so if we can make our company the kind of company that we aspire for it to be, my belief is that we will be not just a little bit more productive than people in some other company, but really drastically so. And if that happens, and if we really are dramatically more productive than people in other companies, it's going to be easy for us to please the customers better than anybody else and to do it in a very cost-effective way. And if we do both of those things, it's an absolute layup that we're going to end up providing a great return to the owners of the company. And then in general, we will be a force for good in all the communities where we operate. And that has been the point of MindSpring, and it really does begin with the values. To wrap up, I just want to say again how excited I am about this combination with MindSpring and EarthLink. We are going to be an incredible force on the market heading forward, and all that we've been working for separately will be magnified and made even more powerful heading forward. So I couldn't be more excited about it. I hope you'll join me in that excitement, and I look forward to meeting all of our new colleagues at EarthLink.
Hi, I'm Mike McQuarrie. I'm currently the President and Chief Operating Officer of MindSpring, and I'm excited to let you know that I'm going to be the President of our new company. Right now, I've got a pretty good sense that up in Western Virginia, there's a bunch of folks wetting their pants. And I like that. And they need to be worried because this new company we're putting together is a lot closer to them than they might think. As a matter of fact, if they were driving along in a car, looking in the rearview mirror, what we would tell them is objects in the rearview mirror are closer than they appear. But before we can sort of forge forward, we've got a lot of heavy lifting to do amongst ourselves. And that's going to take all the talents and all the efforts of 4,000 of what we think are the best and brightest people in the industry. 8 million subscribers. 8 million subscribers. That's our short-term aspiration for this new company. That's our goal for the end of 2001. If we're going to have 8 million subscribers, that means we're going to have an awful lot of people gearing up in a big way to help us get there. That's going to mean more marketing, it's going to mean more network services, it's going to mean more call center activity, it's going to be more of everything. This isn't one of those mergers where we're trying to find some sort of cost synergies where we're going to reduce headcount or we're going to collapse departments. What we're going to need to do to get to that 8 million subscribers is dramatically expand our operations. We're going to take a little bit of time as an organization to make sure everything's clean in both of our respective houses, and as soon as we do that, we want to hit the ground running going forward. It's going to mean some people are going to be assigned to integration activities. but what we truly hope is to keep that as transparent as possible for as many of our employees as possible. In doing that, it's going to allow our employees to focus on growth while we do the back-end consolidation of some things. In closing, what I'd like to say is, again, we're extremely excited about this company's prospects. We think it's going to change the shape of the industry, and I hope you're as excited about it as we are, and I really look forward to working with you all.
Hi, my name is Gary Betty. I'm the CEO of EarthLink and look forward to serving in that role as we form this new company. This company that we're forming truly is a merger of equals. The company's founders started the companies at the same time. They've grown practically to the same size. We've done it from two different coasts, but all with a clear focus on what we're here to do, and that's help our members be successful in using the internet. This merger of equals really is a story about growth. It's not about shaving a cost here or getting efficiencies there. This is all about positioning EarthLink from this now number 2 position to be able to go after the number 1. As we're able to combine revenues, in Q4 we'll do over $170 million in revenue, we'll be able to spend a lot more money focusing on a single brand. Next year we'll spend over $80 million a quarter. What this means is everything that we do in the marketing will allow us to be much more effective than what we could accomplish by ourselves. By the end of this year, when we close, or early next year, we'll have over 3 million subscribers or members. We'll have, by the end of next year, over $1 billion in revenue. In the next couple of years, we'll add 5 million more new customers to this company. We have a strong balance sheet. We'll have over $700 million in cash. We have we're the second largest ISP, only behind AOL in the world. We have the second largest number of web hosting customers with almost 100,000. And when you consider the broadband as a growing part of our business, by the end of next year, when you include what we'll provision with Sprint Ion, we'll have over 300,000 accounts. And that again makes us the second largest broadband provider in the world. In addition to the growth in members, we also have a phenomenal opportunity to improve the operating leverage for the business. Incremental revenue is something that EarthLink has been focused on for some time, and disproportionately, the larger you are and the more traffic that you can generate to your site, the more incremental non-access revenue you can drive. We also strongly believe that the best way to achieve this rapidly growing broadband base is to be able to easily migrate those narrowband customers who are so important to us today to this new medium as it develops. Our task now, as we've hit number 2, is to clearly refocus our efforts at AOL and do everything we can to help us achieve our short-term objectives and ultimately become the leading internet service provider in this entire business. My hope is that each of you will see how much this merger of equals means and how it's going to help us achieve this objective. Our focus has been and has to continue to be focusing on each of our members and making sure that they can successfully do what they set out to do on the internet. We can't worry about our jobs. We can't worry about what our roles are going to be. All of that will be taken care of. I think rather I'd like you all to be very, very excited about what this merger can mean and how it's going to create wonderful new opportunities for all of us prospectively.
Hi, my name is Sky Dayton, founder of EarthLink, and I'd like to welcome you to EarthLink Chapter 2. MindSpring and EarthLink came from the exact same roots, and we built companies that mirror each other in many ways. So it's no wonder that we're getting together to fight a common enemy. Together we can build the alternative internet service provider in the market, and there's a crying need for it. With the dominant provider out there having a tarnished brand, not respecting its customers, and providing shoddy service, there's a slot for us just to step right in and be the dominant provider of a pure internet access connection for the masses. The combination of EarthLink and MindSpring results in 4,000 dedicated employees all trying to help customers connect to the internet and use it to make it a relevant part of their lives. We really become an unstoppable force in the market. This is an unprecedented deal. that will literally change the landscape of the internet service provider market. In this deal, Charles Brewer becomes chairman of the new EarthLink. I can't think of a better person to take that job. Charles and I share a vision, we share a work ethic, we're almost a mirror image of each other. And I think the combination of Charles and Gary going forward is going to be an unstoppable team. You know, the merger of EarthLink and MindSpring will produce a company with some pretty amazing momentum. We'll have about 4,000 employees, about 3 million customers, and at least $500 million in cash in the bank. When the curtain comes up, we'll be number 2 right away, and we'll be on a trajectory to be number 1. I'm really excited about this merger. It produces a company that is really unstoppable in the market. You know, if you look around in the internet access business, it's still incredibly early. 70% of U.S. households don't even have a connection. So we're putting together a company here that can go to that 70% and deliver pure internet access with great service on a mass scale. Probably the most important message I have is that this is your company. You are writing EarthLink Chapter 2, and the future is yours.
Hi, I'm Charles Brewer. I'm the founder and the chairman and the CEO of MindSpring. And I want to talk to you about our great merger with EarthLink. I'm really excited about it. We've been working on this for some time. I think it creates a company which really is uniquely strong. And we get to trade in a mission which was to try to make it to number 2 in the ISP business with one that's really much more exciting, which is to be number 1. And that's something that I don't really think was realistic for either one of us on our own, but it is.
EarthLink employees, I'd like to introduce you to MindSpring. MindSpring people talk like this. MindSpring people, I'd like to introduce you to EarthLink people. Whoa, EarthLink people talk like this, dude. What's up? You see, together, we're going to build an incredible company, the mixture of 2 cultures with the same vision.
Dude, I'm Sky Dayton, founder of EarthLink Networks. And dude, that thing you said, that was so old economy. I mean, this is the internet, man. So, like, come on out here to Malibu and we'll talk about it.
Now, one thing I can tell you about the new company, a little bit about the culture of the new company, and that's that we're going to have no piercings, we're going to have no tattoos, we're going to have no brandings. I expect everybody to get, a nice tight haircut. Just kidding.
Gary, this is Charles. How are you? I try to do a Sky impersonation. I sound like a frog, but it says, "Hi, my name's Sky Dylan Dayton.